Anger at the European Union's shambolic rollout of COVID vaccines and threat to rip up the Brexit deal is growing among the bloc's decision-makers. Senior MEPs have called for Commission President Ursula von der Leyen's resignation after she threatened to put the Northern Ireland peace process at risk to cut off the supply of jabs to Britain. The German Eurocrat is expected to hold crisis talks with political leaders in the European Parliament this week in a bid to save her job. They have demanded Mrs. von der Leyen attend an emergency plenary session to explain how she plans to get the EU's vaccine scheme back on track. And Express has learned parliamentary officials are already exploring avenues to force a vote on the disgraced EU leader's future. Sources told this website they are trying to establish a mechanism for ousting Mrs. von der Leyen. Conservative MEP Christian Terhes accused Mrs. von der Leyen of over-promising and under-delivering on her pledge to secure enough doses of COVID jabs for the bloc. The Romanian added, she must resign before she does any more damage to EU solidarity and puts the lives of Europeans in danger. Surely the European Parliament can see that this minister who failed in Germany is over-promoted and out of touch with the reality as Commission head. Her temporary imposition of a vaccine blockade on Northern Ireland was the last straw. German MEP Nicola argued Mrs. von der Leyen's short tenure at the helm of the EU had proven she's not up to the task of guiding the bloc through the pandemic. He said, the vaccination fiasco has left the EU's reputation on the international stage in tatters. Her decision to introduce controls on vaccines to Northern Ireland, only to reverse this decision hours later, was undiplomatic and hypocritical after years of berating the UK for pursuing a hard border. Europe demands answers for her mistakes, but I am not convinced she has them. There is no option left for von der Leyen but to resign. Gunnar Beck, a member of the EU Parliament's influential Legal Affairs Committee, accused the Brussels boss of threatening to blockade Britain's supply of COVID jabs to cover up her own inadequacy. He said, this whole saga is a panicked response from incompetent and unaccountable EU bureaucrats flailing around trying to find anyone else to blame for their own stupidity. These were political decisions taken right at the top of the EU and such they should be held accountable. Commission President von der Leyen should resign. A Commission President hasn't resigned since Luxembourger Jacques Santer stepped down in March 1999 after being caught up in a corruption scandal.